is you still have paddle shifters on this car, but all it changes is that recuperation mode. So strong recuperation, you're going to feel like a braking force on the car. The brake lights actually do come on. Okay. So they call it like one pedal driving. So you can slow down to get to a stoplight just by lifting off of the accelerator. It won't come to a complete stop, but you'll feel that like if the car is braking. That'll get you the absolute best range. Okay. But it could definitely take some time to get used to. Normal feels very similar to just a regular car. Kind of feels like a little bit of engine braking when you're coasting. And then you also have a no recuperation mode, so that's going to be very much like gliding once you lift off the accelerator. On the left-hand side of the steering wheel, it's laid out very similar. So you can change what's going on in that center display by swiping up and down. And then if you hit the home button, this is where they changed it. So now you have these different designs instead of those other screens. Nice. So you can have like full screen navigation over here on the driver's side. Your service tab looks a little different, so it'll display the tire pressures and things like that on its own dedicated screen. And then if you go up, you've got the settings for the heads-up display. So once you hit home and go swipe up, you'll get all those settings for the heads-up.
You get the heads-up display on the windshield.
Correct, yes. And so there's different designs.
Oh, it displays onto the windshield.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so you can adjust brightness and the position, like up or down, to get it right in the correct view. And then there's also these different designs. So there's like different themes for what you can see in that.
Wow.
Standard one. And then just below that is your cruise control functions. So same as before, you'd hit on and off to start it up or down to set. And then you've got this button right here will do your distance, do the set distance. So you just click it and it cycles through how far away you want to be. You'll also notice all of these are now like a capacitive slider, like the buttons here. So on here, when you're setting it, if you click up or down, it's going to do it in increments of 5 miles an hour. And if you slide your finger up or down, it's going to do it in increments of 1 mile an hour.
For the cruise control?
Yep, for the cruise control.
Okay.
And then you got cancel and resume over here. Going over the right part of the steering wheel, everything's laid out very much the same. Slider for the volume. Yep. You can also click it in to mute. Call, accept, and decline. This is the button for the Hey Mercedes. So the voice assistant that's in the car. I knew it was going to come on. And then just below that, you have a favorites button. And favorites can be a lot of different things. It can be destinations, shortcuts to get you around the screen. Basically anything with a star can be saved as a favorites. And then they show up in this menu when you slide down from the top. Nice. And then you have these buttons over here. They're also controls for this screen as well. So what you're looking at here, they call the 0 layer. So there's actually 2 different displays you can use in the car. You can have a more classic one, or you can have the 0 layer, which has basically everything on the screen at the same time. So navigation's always going to be up. You've got access to the radio down here. Once your phone's connected to the Bluetooth, you can have it right there. And then your navigation settings and things for the electric car, like your charging and the range, are all in here.
And you just
yep, so right here up at the top.
I don't know if I want to say it, but you could just say Mercedes, and then it'll find me a charging station, and it'll put it right in, and it'll start the charger.
Exactly.
Once you confirm it, will it say that I found this location?
Yeah, so for example, hey Mercedes. Oh, hey Mercedes.
How can I help?
Navigate to Electrify America in Newburgh.
Route guidance to Electrify America, 1,201 Route 300, Newburgh, Town of New York is starting.
And so,
please proceed to the highlighted route. What can I do?
Stop talking, please. So it's got the route set
up. And we
up.
can use that all the time. Yeah, Hey Mercedes.
Exactly. You can use that for things like... Yeah, no worries.
Oh, yeah.
So you can use it for things like changing the radio stations. You can have it change these lights, climate control. your temperature up and down, and there's no set phrase book, so you can even say things like "I'm hot" or "I'm cold," and it'll change.
It'll
the
understand
temperature.
that.
Very cool.
Okay.
Very
wow.
Cool.
Also, for all of the Mercedes, the hey, you know what functions, you can say, "Hey, Mercedes,
How can I help?
Help."
I can help you operate different functions easily and intuitively.
And so it'll bring up all these lists.
It can do.
Exactly. So you'll have a whole list of things that
Very cool.
it can do.
What do you want to do?
It probably had it on the S450, or maybe not.
I think on yours you still had the command. So it wasn't MBUX just yet. And then helpful thing up here, so you can also go into the guidance setting. So if you're looking for charging stations like along the way, you can go into that route and you can search for those as well. The navigation's okay, and did the route. The navigation's like a pretty important part of the car with the charging. It's nice that you have the home charger, so it's gonna
it probably. I doubt they'll almost ever have to charge it on the road. Any trip will probably be fully prepared, but
nice.
It's still good to know.
Yep.
How long does the full charge take? If you're like, say you're on a road trip and you get all the way down to 10 miles left.
Yep. So it'll do a couple different things. So if you